welcome. You're watching NewsX Deep Dive and I'm Shivani Singh. On your screens, you can see the old PMO in South Block on the left and the new Seva Teerth on the right. The naming, the building, both are clear departure from the language and symbolism of empire. South Block, like much of Lutyens' Delhi, was designed to project imperial power. Built in 1930 as part of the British plan for New Delhi, it initially housed the Viceroy's office. Its grand staircases, long corridors and elevated position were intended to inspire awe and establish hierarchy. In contrast, the new Prime Minister's office at Seva Teerth represents a clear shift in both form and philosophy. It moves from control to collaboration, from seclusion to accessibility, and from colonial legacy to a citizen-centric idea of governance. On your screens, you can see Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurating the Seva Teerth today. This new building marks a deliberate break from the past. It represents a new idea of governance where space itself is designed to enable service, speed and collaboration. The complex has been constructed by Larsen & Toubro for the Central Public Works Department, which awarded the contract in 2022. The complex spans over 226,803 square feet and has been built at a cost of approximately 1,189 crore rupees. This building is a testimony to India's mission of modern, smart and technologically efficient governance. The remote control unveiling of the name of the building symbolizes this very idea. Look closely at the words written at the site. Seva Teerth, Nagarik Devo Bhava, which literally means the citizen is God. This phrase derives the core meaning of governance in India and positions service to the citizen at the center. It stands as an epitome of last mile delivery and inclusive development. Now let us venture into the courtyard. The exterior of the building presents a strong presence rooted in classical Indian state architecture, while being clearly adapted to a contemporary governance setting. The dominant red hue comes from sandstone sourced from Sarmathura in the Dholpur district of Rajasthan. Sandstone has been used extensively across the Central Vista project, both for exteriors and interiors, to ensure material continuity and architectural cohesion. A series of tall, evenly spaced columns or pilasters run along the length of the structure, introducing order, balance and symmetry. The windows and the openings are recessed and geometric, reinforcing the building's secure, formal and institutional character. The building is open and filled with natural light. Look at this image of the Seva Teerth and pay close attention to the ceiling. It is flat and minimal, punctured by a series of circular skylights that allow daylight to filter in from above, reducing dependence on artificial light and creating a sense of airiness. Now let us move to more photos. The idea of openness and transparency in governance is reflected clearly in the architecture. The corridors are wide, well lit and installed with soft white lights. This grand symmetrical interior lobby is designed to convey order, accessibility and transparency. The ring lights overhead and the polished stone floor together represent modernity, precision and institutional discipline. Take a look at these new videos from inside the complex. They show a strikingly different work environment. The Prime Minister's office is no longer a series of closed cabins. Instead, it is built on an open floor plan where officials work in shared spaces. The aim is to reduce hierarchy, cut delays and enable faster coordination across teams. This clip beautifully captures the blend of tradition and modernity. While Prime Minister Narendra Modi worships the Ganesh idol, a digital kiosk-type screen is visible on his left, likely a security or information device. Behind the idol, heavy woodwork is clearly visible as well. As reported by the government for the Central Vista project, wood was procured from Nagpur and the wooden architectural design was led by artisans and craftsmen from Mumbai, Maharashtra, prompting authentic Indian wood craft. Technology is another major differentiator. South Block had to be refortified or retrofitted over decades to keep up with modern requirements. Seva Teerth, on the other hand, has been built from the ground up as a high security, technologically enabled governance hub. It features encrypted communication systems, advanced cyber security networks and an integrated security architecture. Now let us move further inside. The Prime Minister has already signed his first orders from the Seva Teerth. From the PM Rahat scheme for immediate medical support to the Lakpati Didi initiative. From farmers to startups, these decisions signal governance that touches every rung of the Indian society. Following the theme of openness and space, the office is large and spacious. 4 large windows pour abundant natural light into the room. Behind the Prime Minister's chair is intricate wooden paneling featuring an India-inspired design, likely carved directly into the wood. The interiors incorporate cultural motifs drawn from India's heritage while maintaining a clean, functional and minimal aesthetic. The chair on which the Prime Minister sits bears the national emblem and is made of hard, solid wood. The chairs used by ministers feature traditional embossing on the backrest. Present in the office along with the Prime Minister are Principal Secretary to the PM, Dr. P.K. Mishra, Additional and National Security Advisor, Ajit Doval, Principal Secretary, Second to the PM, Shakti Kanta Das and Advisor to the PM, Tarun Kapoor. Security at Seva Teerth is ensured through smart access controls, advanced surveillance and modern emergency response systems, ensuring safety without compromising accessibility. Built to 4-star Griha standards, Seva Teerth incorporates renewable energy systems, water conservation measures, waste management solutions and energy efficient design. According to the PMO, these features reduce environmental impact while improving operational performance. Officials also say that the building is earthquake resistant and designed to remain fully operational even during emergencies. With this move, the government is attempting to set a new benchmark in administrative infrastructure. Seva Teerth is not just a new address of power. It is a statement of how governance intends to function in the years ahead. More integrated, more responsive and more citizen focused. Let's in fact discuss this further with Dr. Anil Devan, former Dean of Research, School of Planning and Architecture, who's joining us on the broadcast. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking to NewsX. We appreciate your time. Dr. Devan, firstly, welcome, sir. Dr. Devan, firstly, when we talk about this modern architectural marvel, obviously it stands in stark contrast to the south and the north blocks that we had earlier.
See, this is a new workspace designed for state-of-the-art modern office building for the developed world. So it is an Indian architecture, its ethos is Indian, but the work culture and the workspace is like that of any other office in a developed country. So since it is the office of the Prime Minister of India, it will receive foreign dignitaries here, it will have large conference halls and spaces for bigger delegations to come. The North Block and the South Block was cramped for space. For 78 years, more and more and more offices and more people were working in that same space. So it was very short of space, while this is open and lively and very Indian and very efficient, effective workspace. So hopefully, God willing, the offices of the Indian government will now perform very, very efficiently and effectively from this new Seva Teerth, like the name on the Kartavya Path, Kartavya Bhavan, Seva Teerth, the names say it all. That is all I
Absolutely.
have to add.
Absolutely, Dr. Diwan. In fact, the fact that you're pointing out that this is a very integrated complex. It is housing all the major ministries, it's housing all the administrative departments as well. So, coordination will become easier and faster. So, decision making obviously also will become faster. But Dr. Diwan, if we can also talk about how energy efficient this is a very modern building that India is actually portraying. It's taking into account environmental standards as well. It will function during emergencies, but it is also taking care of the climate, the environment. We have skylights that are in place. We are seeing water harvesting systems. We are seeing energy efficiency measures being put in place. So something that India is actually touting itself as, that even though we are modern, but through our buildings, this is our central vista that we are portraying, and it actually is a very symbiotic with the environment, if I may say so.
Yeah, the environmental standards of Graham 4-star are there. What I want to add to it is also that there is an importance factor to the building, which means that, God forbid, in case of a disaster, before the disaster, during the disaster, and after the disaster, this building would be operational. So it is an earthquake resistant building. It's got an importance factor of 3, which is the highest importance factor. And as per Graham 4-star rating, it uses daylight, it has skylights, it uses natural light, has energy efficient services systems, so that the air conditioning system, the lighting controls, all those things are energy efficient. So it uses lesser resources, it's more efficient, effective, and a better workplace. Like anywhere else in the world, state of the art, anywhere in the world, plus the Indian ethos is there. So it's a great step forward, and it's taking and making India a developed country. So it starts with the uh, office of the administrative setup. Previously, the cabinet secretariat was in the Rashtrapati Bhavan. The dignitaries would come to Hyderabad House. So there was a lot of distance on the Raisina Hill, on the central vista there to travel. So now everything is consolidated in one complex. So that makes working much, much more efficient and effective.
Right. In fact, Dr. Diwan, you just mentioned, how we had the dignitaries who used to go to the Hyderabad House. Now there are talks of an India House that is going to be present inside the building as well. This actually shows how we are moving forward. And when we talk about the architecture, open corridors, sir, everyone working together. You're not going into long corridors. You're not trying to hide from the people. You're out in the opening. You are welcoming the people to in fact come to you and solve their problems. A very service-oriented governance, sir.
Yeah, it's an open building. It's seen by all, so there are no cabins and people behind walls. So this is what the modern office is today, and there are security systems, surveillance systems. All that is with the help of technology. So it's a smart building, it's a modern building, and it's integrated, consolidated. 3 blocks which are all working together. So we have the India House, the Kartavya Bhavan 1 and 2. So we have the Cabinet Secretariat, the Prime Minister's office, and all the other ministries and all can come together and work as a coordinated, intersectorial, multidisciplinary teams can all work together. So we can have a team approach rather than consolidated or isolated compartments of different ministries. So that makes the ethos very different. So it makes a new work culture in the Indian bureaucracy and in the Indian administrative setup. So it's a
Absolutely.
new beginning.
Absolutely. And Dr. Devan, before I let you go, a quick comment. You mentioned the security systems as well. This is a modern building. We're looking at encrypted communications between all departments. We're looking at no more leaks of official secrets. We're looking at computer systems that are advanced and protected as well, sir.
So the cyber security is very, very important because the data here is of extremely sensitive nature. So we have these measures in this building which will ensure that our data, our information is all secured. So that is done by use of high technology, the
Right.
encrypted systems. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Devan, for speaking to NewsX. With that, we are wrapping this up.